everything. And they've had profound benefits for soldiers and for some combat journalists, different people that have been over there and have experienced the horrors of war and just general PTSD, maybe for people who have experienced violence attacks. It is shown to be one of the very best things we've ever discovered for helping people get past something.
So here's, to me, and I'm thinking about this on the fly because this is stuff I don't think about very much, but there's a complex moral equation to the extent that if you're talking about somebody who has PTSD, somebody has a condition, and the only way to help that condition is to use these drugs. I've never had a problem with any of that stuff, right? I mean, my grandfather was schizophrenic, and maybe bipolar, maybe schizophrenic. The diagnosis is not exactly clear. They prescribed him lithium and made him a lot better. Would he have been better off struggling with the schizophrenia? Of course not. It's much better that he should have the lithium and then be able to live in his rational mind.
Yes.
So when there's a problem, using drugs to get past it and work with it is a good thing. You do run the risk of the sort of Brave New World situation where you have a group of people who have a certain level of ersatz happiness that is not driven by a point of view, but more by just these chemicals in their body.
The chemicals affect your point of view.
Well, that is 100% true.
Yeah.
But Yuval Harari talks about maybe this is the future, right? He talks about the idea that maybe the future is we just drug ourselves until we're happy, basically, or that happiness is the drugs. Because if you're a scientific materialist, that's what it is. Happiness is just a bunch of chemicals flowing throughout your body. So if you can bring them in without self-change. But I do wonder whether that robs people of a certain level of purpose, that the struggle is part of being human.
I think we're changing what it is to be human just by carrying around phones and just...
I mean, that's true. But I think that's, again, one of the things that I think makes being a human worthwhile is the idea that you are struggling. Like I think the struggle is actually meaningful. And I think that's why religions tend to set prophylactic rules, sometimes for good and sometimes for ill. So, for example, I'm addicted to my phone. I mean, there's just no question, right? It's in my hand all the time. But from Friday night to Saturday night, it's off. I can't look at it. I'm forbidden from looking at it. And this breaks the cycle, at least for one day a week. And that's a good thing that makes me better as a human being because it's a limit I set for myself and then a limit that I abide by. And if you believe in self-mastery, where's the happy medium between self-mastery and I need a little bit of aid? And I think that there is a happy medium there, but I'm not sure that drugs are the answer to. I don't think you're suggesting drugs are the
I'm not suggesting that. And I think there's also a problem with the word drugs. Everything is under that blanket, and that blanket can be entirely negative or extremely positive. And
I mean in the generic.
But there's a problem. I use it too. I mean, it's not accusing you, but that term. It's a problem. It's a problem term because what these are substances that are psychoactive. And some of them can be extremely beneficial, and some of them have short-term experiences that last with long-term results. And I don't think that there's enough knowledge that I don't think the people that are negative against it have experienced enough of it or have looked at it in an objective, rational way. Because I think it's something that could be here to aid perspective, to give people a chance to think outside of their normal, conditioned way of thinking that might have been established by their community or by their church or by their neighborhood, whatever it is. Sometimes a little bit of a break, a little bit of a mental break from what you're experiencing and the vibration that you exist on almost every day, to separate from that and to get a look at it from the outside, sometimes it allows you to have a renewed perspective that can enhance your life.